In the 6 years since we launched the Porto Protocol, we've had tremendous involvement from over 400 companies in 20 countries around the world, sharing solutions and best practices. We're now taking a further step forward with something called the Living Vineyards Project. This is a pilot study with 40 different vineyards in 14 countries where winemakers, viticulturalists and owners are coming together to really deeply work in their vineyards, to understand their biodiversity, to count and record their best practices, and to share as a collaborative community what is really working for them.
It really means opportunity. It's the opportunity to work with an innovative group of farmers who are all marching to the same tune, passionate about solving the challenges we have with climate change. Perhaps most importantly for me, it represents hope, the opportunity to work in a constructive manner to create a just ecological world for our grandchildren.
In that sense, we work with habitats, biodiversity, flora and fauna, ecosystem services, natural-based solutions, and we look at all the vineyard, not only the grapes part, but also the non-productive part that for us it's very productive. It provides ecosystem service like water, carbon, functional biodiversity, and cultural services, many things besides the main production.
There's not many activities mankind are carrying out there that can actually increase soil carbon sequestration, that can reduce the impact of global warming, that can increase biodiversity. And I think agriculture in general and viticulture especially have really have massive strength and big resources to make this world better.
So what's a living vineyard? Well, a living vineyard is a vineyard that is filled with life. It's a vineyard that is thriving, that is lots of biodiversity. To me, this is really the key to a living vineyard. And a living vineyard starts with the soil, with the vibrancy of life within the soil. So within a teaspoon of soil, if it's a truly living vineyard, you will have as much as millions of creatures in that teaspoon of soil. So we're looking to have this massive biodiversity from the ground to the ground cover. So lots and lots of biodiversity in the actual grasses and different things that are on the ground, and then into the layers above, like the hedgerows and the little forest areas on the sides of the vineyards.
There has to be harmony and balance in order for everything to thrive together.
And the vineyard where the management is done in a way that the physiology of the vine is respected.
But it is also a living system that is more than just grapevines. It's the people that are involved in farming them.
And what we try to do is, well, we try to find how this complex system interacts and behaves in order to learn from it.
So that is a living vineyard. It's a thriving ecosystem that encourages life, that boosts life.
We decided to plant trees in the vineyard which could connect to the fungal networks that the vines were connected to. The funguses burrow into the root of the plant in question. They form chambers wherein resources are exchanged. The funguses bring up the minerals, the plant brings down the sugars, and then everybody's happy.
Now, through modern science, we know that vines and maple trees will share the same mycelial networks. Trees increase the biodiversity. They attract insects, they attract birds, they produce flowers for pollinators and nectar consumers, and they increase, as I said, the soil biodiversity. The trees will create shade, and it creates shade, only partial shade, for a short amount of time during the day as the shadow moves around. But this is very important for the plant. It means the plant will have 20 minutes, half an hour each day during the very hot periods to breathe.
We learned two main lessons over the years. First of all, we need to increase the mulching, which in the beginning we were doing every third year. Now we're doing it every year. This is also helping us with making the soil a lot softer so that when it rains, the water will go deep down and not run on the soil and cause erosion. It's very important for us not to buy vines from the nursery because they come and they have been used in the nursery to a very easy environment where they get fertilizer, they get water, and then they come here and they don't get, of course, any of that, and they have a very, very high failure rate. So 2 main lessons for us, the mulching and the grafting.
We now have 25 unique varietals that we have on our 1/2 hectare experimental plot here. And some of the benefits and results that we've seen, at least in 2024 so far, is that the vine disease from year 1 and year 2 has been mitigated by at least 53%. So we don't see as much disease spreading in the vineyard. Our land is green and lush and feels alive. All these amazing animals that have come back to our land. To me, that's a resounding affirmation that we're doing the right thing and making a difference.
For me, the Porto Protocol is about sharing, it's about exploring new ways of doing things, and it's about inspiring amongst ourselves, helping each other to build our knowledge, to be able to look at other ways of doing things.
One of the big things for me has been the association with people all over the world who are doing similar things to what we're trying to do and different things from what we're trying to do. And so it's a great learning opportunity, networking opportunity, and just a way to feel like you're not alone in the world of trying out new ideas and trying to create more biodiversity on vineyards.
When I looked into Porto Protocol, it just seemed like an amazing idea. It's kind of a no-brainer, really. It's a community of like-minded people who share similar values, and then beyond that, it's educational, and within the community, we help each other learn from our best practices.
Personally feel like I get so much out of Porto Protocol. There are so many really inspiring, intelligent people that are so willing to give advice and guidance and share information, and it's a really unique community.
Who are so committed to making the world a better place. It's truly bigger than us, and we all recognize it. So I hope that you will become part of that network.
It is an amazing network. I invite you to join the Porto Protocol. Come and be part of this incredibly dynamic group that is making change in the world of wine and helping to improve the conditions here in our world and in our natural world through these initiatives like this amazing Living Vineyards initiative.